YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in the Total War Attila Legendary West Rome campaign. Now, a lot of you have been giving me some really good comments in terms of tips and other stuff, and I apologize, I have not responded to as many of them in the last couple days. I've been lucky to have time to record. It's just been very busy. Like even today, I got home late, had to pull a ton of data at work today, so I was there late. But yeah, I appreciate the great feedback. I get lots of good tips, and anyway, another funny thing that was going on is I put up a Twitter poll asking what people thought my chances were of actually beating this, and I think right now that it's up to almost 40% of people are voting for this ends in humiliating defeat for me. So yeah, appreciate the vote of confidence. Anyway, I did have a comment that was something to the order, well, several comments that were kind of the order of, why am I not fighting battles like this? So I ended the turn right where I quit recording the last one, and almost immediately I get attacked by, what are these guys, the Caledonians, Caledonians. And people were asking, like, Air, you have this extended garrison, you could probably beat a lot of these armies. I probably could beat this army if I play this, but again, this isn't like Britannia Inferior. I don't have any purpose in fighting this battle. I do fight some of them to slow people down, but why would I want to fight this is what I'm asking. I'm giving this territory up to the Caledonians. They can have it. You know, I have fled. There is nothing of value for me here. The only thing that happens by me fighting them is that I slow them down in terms of them moving forward. But on Legendary, the AI can recoup their losses easily in like one turn, maybe two at the most. So, I mean, I don't see the point in this at the moment because it's not in lands that I care about. So that's why you're going to see me auto-resolving some of these, but I also want to be fighting battles in every video. So in the last video, I did fight a siege battle that I did not have to win, just because I felt like it, because I felt like getting a victory. So I'll do that kind of stuff from time to time. So there are some good criticisms going on some of the things I'm doing right now, and I appreciate those because they help me. And there's also some a lot of advice that comes from people too. Like some people were trying to tell me how to pronounce that faction that starts with an I, and I think it was like, oh crap, now I forgot because I don't have it in front of me. It was, yeah, it's like Yagis or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try to pronounce it at some point. I need to go back. I wish I could put those comments right in front of my face whenever I'm talking about this. The Tanukids are like running around all over in the West Roman Empire. They want me to join their war against the Alans. I would like to have their money. I can't lie about that. But I really don't need a war with the Alans either. My relationship with them is good. I'm going to decline this. I don't want the extra war at the moment. And maybe they'll offer me more soon. I don't know. And maybe at some point I feel like it's worth it. I would love to help the East Romans get rid of the Macedonians and the Vandals. Let's see, where is this? I'm being attacked by... Yeah, this is another one of those provinces that I'm going to give up. I'm being attacked by the Gepids, I think it is. No, Markomans. With this many axe units, this is pretty much hopeless. So this is a city siege, so they have to come in with equipment. I still think this is hopeless. With the reduced tower damage, they have pikes, they have axes. I don't see this happening, and also it's not a province that I need to keep. So I don't want to waste episode time on this. I'm going to let them have it. They may not even take the city. Sometimes they just do some sacking and other stuff. They actually took it that time. And if they take it, in some ways that almost helps me because it's lands that I don't have to worry about like a separatist uprising from, because there is some of that going on as well. And this would actually be, who is this time? Quadians, of course. These guys have been a nuisance ever since the campaign started. Would it be helpful to slow down the Quadians? I'm trying to think. I think these are like Roman separatists of sorts up here. Part of me, like, 'cause again, this is another one where I think that I could do quite a bit of damage to the enemy. Thinking about whether it would be worth it. The East Romans, or these Roman, I think these are Roman separatists, and they're up here. If I let the Quadians win, would they actually attack these guys? Very well possible. If I hurt as many of the Quadians as I can, it prevents them from invading Italy sooner. This may be a mistake. I'm going to let this one go and let's see what happens, though I do think that was a potentially winnable battle there. I'm just trying to pick and choose what I need to do on this because I don't want this to be a 200 episode grind out of a campaign where I give no quarter on anything whatsoever. I want to win. If I have to do that to win, eventually I will do so. But I feel like we can stay away from some of the nonsensical stuff and still have a good time here. So Dacia is declaring war on the East Romans, and if I do not join the East Romans, I will lose them as an ally, so I kind of have to join this. East Rome is in some pretty serious trouble. Not that I don't have problems of my own. So these are Roman separatists. Look at this. They get like Armigere Defensores or whatever these guys are. No, it's the cheaper version. So, again, could I beat these guys? Yes. Do I care? No. Really don't. They become a buffer between me and the other Britannic tribes, so let's let them have this. It'll give the Caledonians another target. These provinces are doing little, if anything, for me. This is another one, so these are going to be Gallic rebels or something of the sort, I believe, due to that flag. Yeah, Gallic rebels. Again, probably a winnable battle here. Select the defenses. Let's auto-resolve. We might actually win this. Nope. The auto-resolve was kind of halfway between. It gave them the win, probably because of the onager. I think stuff like onager actually weigh pretty heavy into an auto-resolve. Again, our intention was to give these up. So let's just go ahead and, let these happen. They're going to just continue to build up forces anyway, because this is where I've torn down all the buildings. And this will just make it easier for me to manage what settlements I have left. Okay, I think we made it through that turn in. Rebellion is imminent in Britannia Superior. I could care less. Baetica, I care. Belgica, I do not care. Yeah, I care very much about the rebellion down here. So we need to put down this uprising, the Hispanic Rebels. But at the same time, we need to stabilize Baetica. So it puts me in a very tricky position. I mean, there'll be a rebellion here on the next turn. I've got buildings that are being completed that are going to continue to make this province more stable. So I think that the best choice would be to take this army, attack the Hispanic rebels before they get any bigger, and then double back to Baetica and settle that province. So let's do that. The Hispanic rebels are running from me. And here we will catch them. Now they do have an onager of their own. They also have some ballistari. I only have one cavalry, but oh no, I get a ton of reinforcements. So let's actually fight this. Let's see if I can get less damage than the auto-resolve would give me. The auto-resolve might treat me better here, but I'll fight one. I don't want to auto-resolve every battle, and since I auto-resolved all the ones that were unnecessary, I'll fight this one that kind of makes sense. Interesting map. Look at that. Just like a tiny peninsula sticking out there. Haven't seen a map like that before. Let's go ahead and start the deployment. So let's put our foederati spears on the flanks. And let's actually put these legio in the center with the rest of our infantry. I'm not sure I need to spread out so wide, other than the fact that it may give me some protection from missiles in the sense that spaghetti lines do that. Got some levies amature. Let's put those guys up to do some skirmishing. Palatina Guard. Let's get them in position. Let's get our onager and see about, where their range lies here. They're not in range. I don't know if they can be in range from the deployment. We will see. If we could be in range with our onager from deployment, I would be pretty happy about that. Okay, there's my range line. So just out of range of these ballistari. But we are also out of the range of their onager. Think about going into flaming round. Let's go ahead and start the battle. I should be getting reinforcements. Yep, these are my light marines. Oh, my reinforcements are going to go behind the enemy as well, so we need to quickly move forward. But I think we get some cavalry units back here that'll be very useful. Let's pull these guys up, put them on flaming shot and attack the onager. I think we might be able to burn the onager. Okay, gonna move up. I've got flaming shot inbound from my Sagittari onto the onager. I think we can set those siege units on fire. Let's stay out of range of the Ballistari just yet. These guys are firing at will. I'm going to put them on barrage so they can get more shots off more quickly. Yeah, their onager's not quickly routing. Okay, halt. Throw your javelins at the scout equites. Get in there and help them beat the scout equites. Get away from there. Okay, let's check back over here. Levies Amature. Let them throw a few javelins here. Get away. And let's get this cavalry in here to silence the Ballistari. Make sure we get rear attack orders. Go ahead and push up here. Let's get our general into combat. And like I said, we want to silence these Sagittari, Ballistari as quickly as we can. I got cavalry sitting over here doing nothing. Just attack the onager. Let's move these guys up. I'm just going to keep pushing the Ballistari back here. My scout equites are about to wreck this Ballistari pretty well here. They're pretty good against soft targets like this because of their good weapon damage. They don't have impressive mass or charge or anything, but again, their weapon damage is quite nice. And that makes a big difference versus soft targets with low health. Ooh, my onagers. There we go. Get into this. So I charged the Roman Palatina Guard from both sides, though my scout equites will not be able to kill it. I'm going to pull out for another charge. Okay. We actually caught their Ballistari over here. And in terms of the Palatina Guard, I might go ahead and go put some heavy shot down in them so that I don't have to lose men in melee to it. We'll see if we can kill them that way. Yeah, no need to bring my reinforcements ashore from the naval battle. Let's turn these guys off fire at will. We're probably just hitting our own guys. And let's watch the Hispanic Rebels Palatina Guard getting hit with heavy shot and routing. I think this is going to be a pretty appropriate morale booster for us after having to lose so many battles. So choke on a big fat fat load of that crap. Sack of crap, whatever I was going to say there. Got kind of tongue-tied on that one. It's not killing many of them, though, for a routing unit. Oops, accidentally clicked out of the game. How about that? There we go. Eat it, filthmongers. Look at that. It's like I have a debuff versus on my accuracy or something. I can't hit like a routing unit here. There we go. We finally got some hits on that one. Okay, in terms of missiles, ceasefire. And scout equites run this dog down. My guys don't act like they're following my ceasefire order. Yeah, let's watch the enemy Palatina Guard get run down. Jeez, I clicked out of the game again. Holy crap. Not catching my mouse going off the edge of the screen. There we go. Yeah, I want to make sure this guy dies because I want his army to go away permanently. Kill the mongrels. Teach them what rebellion earns them. Teach them what it means to defy Pachi. It means death, certain death. It's taken a long time to kill these guys. It's not like Rome 1 where you go run a unit down and you just get tons of kills like almost instantly, but it's not as bad as some of the games. Some of the games chasing units does take forever. And this one kind of is too, so let's fast forward a bit of this. Just want the enemy general dead. Is the enemy general dead? No, I think he's one of these last guys and he's going to escape the battlefield probably. How convenient. How terribly convenient. I'm pretty sure he got away. Remarkably. But we'll see. I don't think he's going to actually get away from my army here. and we took very few losses to all of our units, so should get most of that back on one turn here. And that ought to have helped settle the public order problems here pretty well. Let's actually go ahead and take on the warriors just so we have extra warriors ready for going against the rebels that are coming in by Attica. And this army should be able to help stabilize basically the southern part of Iberia here. We can get back to the city, so that'll definitely slow down the rate at which people are becoming extremely angry. We've got the governor's house on the way. Probably wouldn't hurt to drop a forum in here. We're also suffering from sanitation problems, so both would be handy. In order for me to build up farms too, I kind of need the waterworks. Let's just go with that. Not quite as much public order as a forum, but we'll deal with it. And we can use some of our money. Let's see, how are we doing for food here? This is probably one of the provinces where we're not struggling for food at this point, but yeah, so we should be good actually. I'm thinking about upgrading both of these for a little bit of extra public order and growth. That's a pretty substantial investment though. I may do it, but let's wait and check that out. So again, let's go take a look at more of our provinces. We've got a small army here with tons of enemies, but I'm also kind of hoping to count on my garrison in these defensive positions to help me. Africa is stable, and in another turn I'll have a rally field, which will help a great deal in terms of helping me get some better units. So let's see. Some of you mentioned that I still have this Latin church here. That's correct, I do. I was wanting to... I am going to switch to paganism, because that was what the vote said. Personally, I would have rather played this as Christian, just because I did my East Roman Empire as pagan, but I put it up to you all to vote, and you voted, and that's what I'm going to do. We can still have fun with it either way. So... I am going to do the pagan thing. However, that's a little ways off in terms of my eyes. I'm building all these buildings that are building some paganism influence, so I'm going to leave this one here for just a couple of turns, at least, so that I can get some priests to help improve public order. I mean, they will be spreading Christianity, so I don't know. Maybe that is kind of a problem, but if I convert to paganism right now, too, we'll probably have some public order struggles because of it, I believe. We can convert to Greco-Roman paganism right now. Or no, we can't. We have to have 35%. Yeah, let's see. So this church is giving me +4 public order, which I actually do not need right now. Rome is in extremely good shape right now. Buildings are spreading a ton of public order. So that is good news. And Tarentum is in good shape and improving quickly. Africa is improving slowly, but it's in fair shape in terms of public order. With the whatever these guys are, the Gaetulians, with them wasting time there, that is fantastic for me. So, I mean, we have a secure front here. We're making a decent amount of money. We're going to lose some of that as we train troops, but, you know, again, we're making a decent amount of money. What is the point of this? It just gives me extra recruitment capacity. And Foederati spears. Big whoop. Can't say I'm excited about that. It's good cavalry that I need more than anything. I need really good cavalry to help me out. So we decided here, my food situation is pretty good. It wouldn't hurt me to have some more food here. I've got the waterworks, got the forums, and the other stuff going for me, so I may go ahead... I was trying to think what I was going to put here. I was thinking about whether or not I should put like some industry or something. We have the marble that we need to take advantage of. Of course, the question is, does it really matter right now because I don't have a ton of trade partners? I mean, it could be handy. Basically just gives me marble to trade. Trying to think about whether that would be worth more than just getting some actual money off of a field. I think I'm going to go with the field for now, and we'll get the marble later, because I think we will need it. Venetia has done a bit of stabilizing, which this is definitely good news. Someone did point out this, too, that the statue gives me extra unit experience, and that's true. I've got military buildings here, so it probably does make sense to do the statue instead of the governor's house, though that is less public order boost for me. And this is a place where I actually really need public order. And I also get wealth from the governor's house. Ooh, see, to me, I'd rather just try and get a champion. Wonder where you get the recruitment of champions. So it's down this line, actually, with the governor's estate. So, yeah, I probably ought to go down that line. So I like the idea that we're using that to build unit experience, but I think that I'd be better off to just get to the champions and have the extra region wealth. If I'm wrong, then you can certainly feel free to argue with me, but that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right there. We kind of need the extra food from the olives, but not necessarily right at this moment. Can we stabilize this province? Can we hold it? They're down to -4 on public order. They're about to get 2 more public order from that. Food is very stable here. I can get 2 more public order from building this, though it does cause squalor, but squalor should be outweighed. That only gives us +1 public order, and quite a bit of extra maintenance cost, whereas this actually increases our wealth. Actually, that's just +1 to public order as well. Let's go ahead and upgrade that, because that's 6 turns. And I would like to save this province from rebellion. And then let's go back over here. And there was some work that I needed to do on upgrading these. So let's go ahead and spend our money there. Let's see about our recruitment here. We've still got 1 turn until we finish. I thought we were recruiting units here. Protectores Domestici. I thought I was recruiting them. And apparently I am mistaken. I need to be recruiting them. Let's go back here. Cancel one of those so I can have the funds. Let's go back here and start recruiting some Protectores Domestici, because we certainly need them. And we can upgrade them to the better unit as well, which is what we're working on, the Armigere Defensores. They're a pretty tanky unit. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start recruiting these guys. The Foederati swords, though, let's see. They cost more upkeep, have low health and armor-piercing damage. They don't even really have good charge, but they're cheaper, and they only take 1 turn to recruit. I'm going to wait, though, and just go with the Protectores Domestici. Let's see, that's 7 of them. I'd like to have 8. It's going to take me a while to get them. So, but let's go ahead and get them recruiting. And then we've got the building upgrading for cavalry, so I think we're in good shape to go ahead and end this turn. This army has an upgrade too, and hopefully, yes, we can increase the integrity of this force. This isn't going to do a whole lot of good, but we'll put them on them because it's the only thing we have. Okay, let's end the turn. Dangerously low integrity. We can go ahead and decimate this army. I'm not expecting to have to fight anybody. Let's actually go back out of here. This army is in force march, so let's take them out of force march. And let's go ahead and decimate them. That's right here. Decimate. Decimate ordered. Okay, now let's go ahead and end the turn. Okay. And let's see what happens here on the turn end. We do need to get some good industry built up, but we're going to need a little more growth before we get there. So once again, the Caledonians attacking me with a potentially winnable battle. What are we up against? Celtic Levy, Celtic Band. That might be kind of tough to take down the Celtic Band. The Brigands, the Cavalry Raiders would also be kind of a problem. I haven't had much combat in this episode. Thinking about whether or not I want to fight this. It is a pointless battle because I do not care about this province whatsoever. I'm not going to fight it. This may be irritating some of you all, but I mean, it's just, there is no sense in me fighting this. I'm giving up Britannia, and I'm planning on taking it later. So I really don't care what the Caledonians do up here. And there would be the Ostrogoths. And here are the Saxons. At least I believe it's the Saxons. Yep. This is unwinnable. At least I think it is. Saxon Spears, Nordic. No, the Nordic bands aren't very good, but with the damaged garrison, it's unwinnable. And again, it's in Britannia, where I don't intend to hold on to these lands. Hopefully some of those factions will decide to fight each other, or the rebels that took over, or whatnot. We'll see. I'm sure that they'll all stay single-minded on killing me. I have tinkered around with West Roman campaigns before, never on Legendary, but just tinkering around on my own, I've learned how the Tanukids settled down. That's pretty funny. They got tired of wandering and wanted to find a home.
I come to ask this.
They're offering me 3,000 to join their war against the Visigoths.
Will you attack?
The problem is this horde right here would make it pretty difficult for me to actually get to the Visigoths, but if I could subjugate the Visigoths. And that would be pretty handy. The 3,000 would be handy as well. I'm going to go ahead and risk this and do it. The Visigoths were previously not at war with me because I gave them lands to settle in. I have a pretty big garrison here, and I'm being attacked, though, by a lot of people. An absolute crapload of people. I don't think my walls are going to make a whole heck of a lot of difference, but I do kind of want to play this defense out on the next episode just to see what it's like defending this city. Just to get a feel, you know, like going up against these stacks, do the city defenses help that much? Do they do not help that much? You know, like I'm just curious at this point. These guys do not have any equipment available. Or no, I have no equipment available. Siege vehicles are only available in attacking. I wonder if it shows whether or not they have siege equipment. Playing siege. Yeah, it does not show whether or not they have siege equipment. Let's play this one on the next one, though, and we'll check it out. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.